Have you ever noticed that there are days that just flow? Everything flows smoothly, you complete things successfully, there are opportunities showing up, you enjoy that day, people say yes to you, you are always on time. And then suddenly, maybe even on the next day, plans that fall apart, you are not in the mood, there is some kind of frustration around, you are late, there are different delays in work, not depending on you. Well, this is not random. This is the energy of the day. In Chinese astrology, a science based on ancestral wisdom already used for more than 2000 years now, we know that each day carries its own qi, its own energy. There are their own strengths, rhythm, challenges maybe, and when you align with these energies, you're not gambling anymore. You are planning your life with cosmic support. For more than 2 years now, daily, I have been living based on this, choosing auspicious days for important plans, decisions, important calls, business affairs, launches, even personal matters like traveling, for example. And today I'm here to share with you the forecast for the upcoming week, the different energies, what's there going to happen, and which are the most auspicious days of this week so that you can plan your most important affairs exactly then. Let's start with Monday, August 18th, the day of in Earth Goat. The energy is very still. There is not much qi in this specific day. I would definitely recommend it for rest, for relaxation, enjoying some free time, take a day off, even if I know it's Monday, but if you're having a day off, you are definitely one of the luckiest. Important decisions, some important favors, business affairs, I would definitely recommend postponing it on another day. Here we are feeling like a pause button or even like a stop button, if you know what I mean. Each day in Chinese astrology has an indicator. It's like a name we give to the different energy. And this specific day has the indicator closing. Therefore, it's still auspicious, favorable, I would say, for completing tasks, old tasks, things that you had to do, definitely the best for that. If you're an ox, I would definitely recommend being careful, attentive, not saying something impulsively, acting impulsively. For most important decisions, I would definitely recommend oxen to skip this day. What else is there about this day important to know is that if you are starting something because you have no other choice and you are having a deadline, try your best to manage, because there is such an energy created where projects with clear deadlines will probably not be met. Also, there is traffic possibility, delays, obstacles. Therefore, if you're traveling somewhere, make sure you go out on time, in advance, I would even say, so that you are not missing any flights, you are not stopped in a traffic jam and things like that. Moving into a new home, definitely not for this day, and preferably not to do anything important. Not suitable for surgeries, and here I do not talk about urgent matters that happen. You have to go to the emergency room. Of course, you have to save your life, so you go for it. However, if you're planning a surgery, try postponing it for other day. Here, it's not very favorable to visit people that are sick, patients, doctors, hospitals, and definitely not the most favorable for a surgery. Tuesday, August 19th. This is the day of young metal monkey. We are having in Chinese astrology the 12 animal signs, and each day has the energy of one specific sign. Well, this day is so much favorable than Monday, however, not for the tiger. And I would even add for snake and monkeys too, as there is a certain combination of energies created for this three specific signs. Please be careful while driving, while on the road, on the move. There can be transportation issues, for example. Emotions can run high. Also, do not sit in the sun for too long, especially when the sun is at its peak. Please be careful when handling electricity, energy, fire, as fire is so strong on this day. However, this day is very good for planning. This day is wonderful for meeting your friends and family, even romantic dates if you wish. As I mentioned, not the most favorable day for traveling, but you can still use it, and you can start new studies. This is actually a great option to use this day for. It's extremely unfavorable for filing lawsuits, for signing agreements, financial activities. Therefore, try postponing this for other days too. Wednesday, 20th of August, this is the day of Yin Metal Rooster. It's the perfect day to clean up space, clean up thoughts, clean up your bag, quit unhealthy habits maybe, do some meditations, cleansing procedures, removing teeth. It's a good day in general for simple personal matters. Go out with your family, do something important for you, but it's personal. Absolutely, you can go for it. It's great for starting a diet if you were thinking about it. I would not recommend traveling on this day. Moving into a new home, not suitable for medical treatments neither, and renovations, construction works, definitely leave it for some other day. It is not the most favorable day specifically for rabbits. If you were born in the year of the rabbit, day, month of the rabbit, I would definitely recommend leaving important things for another day. If you want to start a diet, you can give it a try as the energies are supporting that. However, specifically for you, I would still recommend choosing the next day, which is great for starting it. Roosters should be careful with their words, actions, as they may do something in a rush and then regret it later. If you have some important business affairs on this day, make sure you double check it, triple check it, so that you ensure everything is great. Thursday, 21st of August, this is the day of young water dog, and it's actually one of the most favorable days of this week. Most favorable days of the month, I would even say. Well, everything that you start on this day, important note here, everything will be multiplied. If you want something multiplied in your life, start it on the 21st. And it's a super auspicious, positive, prosperous day. What else is good? Starting new business, projects, signing agreements, great for successful partnerships, auspicious for investment, at least $10, $20, put it in your savings account so that it multiplies. It works every single time. You'll see how much more often you'll be adding, topping up your savings account. Wonderful day for traveling, especially if you want to travel more. Beneficial for collecting debts, receiving money. However, unfavorable for asking for a bank loan, moving into a new home, or starting a new job, as then it's guaranteed you will shortly start another job or move again. And unfavorable to file lawsuits, litigations, all this negative connotation actions. We don't want that in our life. Therefore, try skipping that and leaving it for a different day. Also, we are having the Virtue Star. What is this Virtue Star? Is all that has to do with harmony, romance, love, improving relationships. If you are finding yourself in a moment in life where you need to have a discussion and you really need that supporting harmony of the universe to come in the discussion, this is the day to use. And a note of caution for dragons. This is the least favorable day for dragons. You are not the most supported. If you can delay important activities, I would definitely recommend you skipping this super auspicious day. I know and doing it on the next auspicious day. If it's important for you, definitely worth taking it into consideration. Friday, 22nd of August, the day of Yin Water Pig. This is a day best for planning again, can be used to start new studies, why not? Especially if it's some studies for yourself, not for later gaining something from it, like having a career from the studies. But if you're starting to learn a new language for yourself, for your own use, a great day for that. Suitable for romantic dates, improving relationships, as we have again this virtue star bringing harmony into our life, but also it's good for a soft separation. Actually, the previous day was also good for soft separation, but who wants to multiply the separations in their life? So I didn't recommend that on the 21st. However, here, if you're finding yourself in such a situation, you want the support of the universe for a discussion to go as smooth as possible, 22nd of August, it's a good choice. It's a favorable day for those of you who have a weaker position. Not the best energetic day, but if you're having a weaker position, this day has the indicator balance. Therefore, the energies of this day will bring everything into balance. However, if you have a stronger position, definitely the energies will balance it down. Therefore, try delaying important affairs to some other days. Do not start long-term affairs on this day. It can be used for short-term activities if there is no other better choice or possibility. And traveling, moving into a home, litigations again, not the most favorable day for that. Definitely recommend you skipping that, as obstacles, mistakes, delays, failures can appear. On this day, the snake should be extra careful, especially if you're having snake and pig in your birth chart. Be careful with everything you do, everything you say. If you're born in the year of the snake, do not go to your boss to ask for something, even if you have a weaker position and your boss has to give you some validation for some days off, for example, not the day for you. The pig has to be careful with their words and actions, again, because of impulsive, rushed actions. Maybe you are signing a document and you are not paying attention to the fine print. Please be careful, double check, triple check. Think well, reflect on your words before saying anything. Saturday, 23rd of August is a very positive day, not for everybody, bear with me. However, before all that, I want to mention that it's a wonderful day for new beginnings because it's the day of young wood rat. This specific sign, the rat of wood, is the first one of all 60 combinations. We are having 12 animal signs, 10 elements, wood young, metal young, you have heard me saying that, and all of them combined between them, giving us energies of each day. Wood young rat is actually the first sign of all 60. Everything that you start on this day, and if you're starting something that you wish to complete within 2 months, definitely a great cosmic support here for you. This is again a day super good for planning, building a partnership, long-term projects as well, especially for the ones from which you wish to receive a long-term effect, a lasting effect, auspicious for starting new business, project, job, signing agreements as well. And again, if you have some project for 2 months, perfection. Wonderful day to start a new course, favorable for hiring an important employee. I know it's Saturday, but just in case your business, company, office works on Saturday and you have to give a yes answer to a new employee, definitely recommending you to do it on this day. Great day for buying a pet too, for those of you who want. And yes, Chinese astrology even reveals to us the good days for this kind of activities. However, it's a day which is inauspicious for financial activities. If you were planning to invest in something new, pay something, receive a payment, maybe it's not the best day for that. Me personally, I would skip it. Moving into a new home, traveling, Short-term projects, construction works, renovations, I would skip this kind of actions too. From all the 12 signs, the horse is the one that should be more careful. Even if it's a positive day, important affairs for the horse, I would leave them for a different day. On Sunday, last day of the week, the day of Inwood Ox, and this is again a perfect day for planning, great for meeting your family and friends, wonderful. I love when such an energy shows up on a Sunday. Suitable for romantic dates too, can be used for new studies. However, for all the rest of activities, probably not the most favorable one. I would definitely recommend keeping it for rest, relaxation, going for a walk, quiet time. Do not choose this day for events, inauspicious for starting a new business, project, job, signing agreements, financial activities, a big no for investments too. Do not start litigations, traveling, moving into a new home. Starting a treatment as well, leave it for the upcoming week, just in case you cannot start it on the 21st of August, on Saturday the 23rd. Great days for that. And not suitable for renovations, construction works neither. This is the most inauspicious day for the goat. If you were born in the year, month, day and hour of the goat, definitely you keep it for rest, relaxation, nothing important, as confronting energies are created for you. If you wish to receive daily this information with so many other details about the energy of the day, in description below you'll find the link to the open access Telegram group, where I'm sending the description of the energy of the day, for which signs is this day most auspicious, is it great for love, for who exactly, and maybe you find your sign in the noble help energy of that day. When you need to ask a favor, ask for help, support on a project, look for a doctor, for an expert, a specialist in a field to help you deal with something, definitely use the noble days energy that you'll find on Telegram. So that's the week ahead. As you saw, not every day is auspicious for every type of activities. Each specific energy is favorable or unfavorable for different activities. I invite you to try it this week. See how the energy feels, how each day feels, simply by being aware, conscious about the energy, people's mood, your mood. You'll see that it's actually exactly what I described as the energy of each day. Also, try choosing to do your most important affairs on the most auspicious days of this week, 21st, 23rd of August, and you'll notice how much easier it flows. And remember, energy shapes everything. Once you understand it, once you know everything we have discussed until now, you can use it. You can use it to your best advantage. Use this information, align with it, and see how your life feels easier, smoother, everything flows just as it should. I have been living like that for more than 2 years now, and I can with confidence say that it works. It's incredible. Planning the most important things on good days, success is already boosted for you. Of course you need to do the work. Of course you need to put in the effort. Of course you need to act. It doesn't fall from the sky. But all your actions are already boosted for success. And this is exactly how you achieve optimal result. I'm here to tell you that your best life is possible and it's yours. Step by step, aligning with the energies, you'll see the difference. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with somebody who could use more harmony this week. I'll be so delighted to also read your comments, feedbacks. Did you feel the energy of each day? Did you manage to postpone or plan your important affairs on those specific super auspicious dates? How did it go? Let me know. I'll be reading each of your comments, answering to each and every one of you. Until then, I wish you a beautiful start of the week, continuation of your morning, day, evening, good night to some, and I see you next week. Bye!